Welcome to Little Gretchen's workshop. So today we're going to be adding food to our pots. Now these are the pots and pans that I made in my pots and pans from trash video. If you haven't seen that already, definitely check it out in my playlist. Now that was our little saucepan. I call it an egg and hot dog pot. We're going to add resin to that to make it look like it has water in it. We're going to make a pot of greens, cabbage and meat. Now that little white pot was not a pot that I made in my trash pot video, but it is a pot that I like, so I thought about using it today. And actually, on second thought, I actually don't think I'm going to use that pot. I'm going to put it in one of the pots that I made, so I guess I just use that as a placeholder. So I'm just dumping my cabbage out in my hand. Now this cabbage was made previously. I'll have to do a video on how I make my polymer clay food, but that was cabbage and meat made from polymer clay. And oh, I actually feel like I'm cooking now. Okay, so getting everything ready for the pot. So I added some of my UV resin. Now this is just something I ordered off Amazon. It's no particular brand I use. There are lots of kinds out there, so just check it out to see one you like. Sometimes they come in kits, but yeah, nothing in particular, just UV resin. So I add my cabbage, and in this instance, I'm kind of layering it. So I'm putting the cabbage in and kind of smushing it down, and then I'm going to add more resin on top because I want it to look as though the cabbage is floating in water. So I am filling the pot kind of full because growing up when we made cabbage, the pot was like super full and it cooked down. So I wanted to look as though the pot was basically just started. So after I got my cabbage in, I put more resin on top and just used a small wooden stick to just kind of push it down. Now I am going to play with this a little bit in this video just so you'll see what I mean. And you see how it looks now? It looks really full. It looks like the water is just saturated. So I'm going around the edges to make sure that there is, I guess, an adequate amount of resin on the edges. Give the impression that your cabbage is floating. But you add more or less based on what your vision for your pot or your recipe is. But I did push it down some to allow it to settle because I wanted it to look really, really full. Now it's ready for the light. And here we are with our egg pot. Now I'm adding UV resin to the bottom of the pot. And then my 2 little brown eggs that I made from polymer clay previously. Now my resin has a little bubble in the bottom. I thought the bubble was really cute, but I don't think it's a good idea to leave a bubble. So if you see a bubble in your resin, you probably be best if you pop it. But I didn't. I added more resin, and I just added a little bit more because I wanted my eggs to be covered, but allow your resin to settle before you bake it. Because you don't want to overfill it. And here we are with our greens. Now these were made previously as well. And I'm using one of my pots from my pots and pans from trash video. Adding my resin and using the same technique as I used with the cabbage. I layer it. So resin first, and then I add my greens. And after I've added a nice amount of greens, I'm going to add more resin to it. So again, this is just my technique. It's not the only way. It's just my way. And after I've added a nice amount, I kind of push them down. Now, be really careful. You don't want to get resin on your fingers. It may be a good idea to wear gloves. I didn't, but it may be a good way. But definitely be careful. I added a very generous amount of the resin because I wanted the pot to really be saturated, similar to how I did the cabbage. I wanted to look as though the greens are floating. But I really packed this really good with the greens. I really push it down a lot. And after I get it as much as I can get in, I use me a little stick to mash it down. And after I feel comfortable with the amount of greens that are in, I add my meat. Now, what would a pot of greens be without meat? So I didn't have a ham hock or a ham bone. All I had was some salt pork. So I added some little bits of salt pork to my greens. And I thought that looked really cute, really authentic. And when I got that complete, let it settle for a little while. And here we go again. I'm going to add more resin because I want all of that to be locked into my pot and make it really, really look like it's cooking, like it's cooked down, and like you can almost smell it, just making it look really, really good. This was such a fun project. I hope you try this. It's easy. You do have to do prep work before you get to this stage, but it is so worth it in the end, the results you get. I'm really pleased with the way this is turning out. That looks like a real pot of greens with meat in it. I'm so excited. So now that's ready for the light as well. And make sure you shape your pot. And look at that. Look around the edges. How it looks like it's water in the edges. That looks awesome. So last but not least, our beef stew. Now this is another pot. I had some remnant pieces, fruits and vegetables that were basically rejects from other projects. I didn't really like the way they came out for display, so I saved them. So I want to encourage you, don't throw things away because it could come in handy for a different project. So I added my UV resin and I mixed it with a little bit of brown acrylic paint to be my soup base. And there we are, the acrylic paint. My friend from Gleek's Kitchen would appreciate this. So I'm working on my soup base, and after I got it started, I began to add my vegetables. Now, the vegetables aren't very distinctive. The shapes are not accurate, but they look like vegetables and meat to me. So I used them. I broke them up in various pieces and just threw them in the pot. Now, you will need to arrange them so that the colors and shapes that you want on top are the ones that are visible. But that'll come along later in the process because I'm going to stir it. Now these look like little red skinned potatoes. They weren't, but that's what they look like. So that's what my imagination said, and little Gretchen approved them. So we added more water or resin and let it settle down a little bit. And then we added something yellow that looked like maybe corn and some of the green beans, another red skinned potato. And as it gets fuller and fuller, you definitely want to stir it so that the acrylic paint will mix with the newer level of the resin. Again, take your time. And I added more meat because you want it to be a nice hearty stew. And while everything was settling, I was thinking about all the different ways I could set this up in my setting on the stove or on the pots on the side of the stove to add steam and things like that. I mean, my imagination was really popping at this point. Doesn't that look great? That looks like stew. Yeah, it does. It really does. I am so excited right now. This project is turning out great. I'm very pleased with my end result here. Now, this one has been baked. I put it under the light and I just kind of was playing around with everything. My handle looked a little bit light, so I definitely added a little acrylic paint to that to make it look worn, a little used. But it's nice and set. It looks good. I'm very pleased with that. Now, I definitely want to give you dolls a tip about when you're doing pots and platters and food. You don't want to use your good utensils for things like this. Now, to create the illusion for a spoon, You definitely don't use your good silverware or your spoons. Now, those spoons are spoons I made in a previous video. If you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. But for this, you just use a stick, a wooden stick, a piece of toothpick, something small, and just stick it in. You're going to bake it into the resin. You'll never see the spoon part. So what fruit would greens, cabbage, and stew be without cornbread? I made this previously, but I just felt like it went along with what I was doing today. I actually added a little butter to the sliced piece of cornbread and put resin on it to make it look melted. So here we are. We've got cabbage, we've got greens cooking, a pot of stew. I'm really, really excited about this food series I've started. You all have really gotten me on a roll as far as the food. Oh, that lid doesn't want to come open. There's our cabbage with meat and our little pot with eggs boiling. That came out really cute. Maybe I'll make chicken salad. And, you know, remember I mentioned with that egg pot with the resin in it, I can still hang that pot on the wall. Nobody would know the eggs are in there. So I can change out the look of my room any way I like. Now, if you dolls are enjoying these videos, I sure would like you to let me know in the comments. Definitely like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I'm uploading more video here on Little Gretchen's Workshop and regarding the Rooming House Dollhouse. So I have lots more to share, lots more video coverage for the details and accessories for the house. We got more furniture coming up, so definitely stay tuned. Also, a special thank you to my subscribers and also those who haven't subscribed but you're watching. I appreciate you as well. Looking forward to seeing you on the next episode of Little Gretchen's Workshop. Thank you so much for watching now, dolls. Bye-bye.